Alright, today we are doing square root function and it says solving equations and identifying extraneous solutions. Don't panic, it's not that bad. It says solutions equals x-intercepts equals roots equals zeros. We know that. These are the steps. If possible, isolate the radical. That means get it by itself. And the radical means the little square root symbol. So we get that by itself. Then we raise each side of the equation to the power that matches the root. That I don't want you to overthink. Literally, we're doing square roots. So because there's square roots today, we're going to raise each side, we're going to raise each side of the equation to the power of 2 because square root is 2. Tomorrow when we do cube roots, what will it be? 3. Okay, that's it. So today we'll raise it to the power of 2, basically to cancel it out. But we're going to do it to both sides. You'll see how that works. Then it says solve the remaining equation. Then it says check for extraneous solutions, plug the answers back into the original equation, see if it makes it true or false. Okay? So, number one, we have the square root of 12 minus x plus 7x on the outside equals 8x. So, step one, isolate it. So, literally minus 7x minus 7x. All right, so our new one, and I'm going to have to write a lot, so bear with me, just follow along. 12 minus x equals 8x minus 7x is just x, okay? Then, now that it's isolated, we're going to raise both sides to the power of 2. We know what we do to one side, we have to do the other. So now, this and this cancels out. So we're left with 12 minus x. Let me switch colors, actually. All right, so we're left with 12 minus x equals x squared. All right. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put everything on one side, and then after that, it's going to become something like factoring. So I'm going to move, I don't care which side you use, which side you move over, but I'm going to make it easier. I'm going to keep this x squared. I love when x squares are positive, okay? Because then we can easily just factor it out. But if it was negative, we would have to divide by -1 and do an extra step. So I'm going to keep that x squared positive, okay? So I'm going to move both of these over here. So minus 12 plus x and then minus 12, okay? So I'm left with x squared plus x minus 12. From here, we're almost done. Remember, we're solving, so we're going to get answers at the end. We have to factor this out. I really hope factoring has become boom, boom, boom fast for us. Because right now, you should honestly be able to tell what the two factors are. Remember, factoring, what two numbers multiply to be -12, but add up to be +1. Again, if you do it like that, you should know it's 4 and 3. Think about it. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 minus 3 is 1. So we just got to figure out which one is going to be negative. If -12, 1 has to be negative. So 4 times 3 is 12. We just need to figure out which one is negative. Well, if b, which is x, is positive, so the bigger number is positive. So it's going to be 4 times -3. So there's our two factors. So x plus 4 and then x minus 3. If you didn't understand that, I need you to go way back and go back to factoring and watch those videos. Factoring should be boom, boom, boom. We know we're looking for two numbers that add up to be b, but multiply to be c. So since our c is 12, we need to find factors of 12. 1 and 12, is that going to get us to 1? No. 2 and 6? No. 4 and 3? Yes. So we know 4 times 3 is 12, and 4 minus 3 is +1. That's what I'm talking about. Again, that's got to be boom, boom, boom. All right, so we're left with x plus 4 and x minus 3. We're not done yet. We're going to set both of these to 0. X plus 4 equals 0. X minus 3 equals 0. And then to solve for x and get our two answers, just move 4 over and move 3 over. -4 minus 4. This x right here equals -4 plus 3 plus 3. This x right here equals +3. So for number one, our solutions to this are x equals -4 and x equals 3. And again, the way you could check for extraneous solutions or just check to make sure you did it right, plug both of those in, okay? You plug -4 in first, everywhere where x is. Make sure you get true in the calculator or just make sure it equals what it's supposed to equal, then plug in 3, and you're done, okay? Again, I don't want to take up too much of your time. As you saw, that one problem, just talking about everything, took a few, about what are we at, 5.5 minutes, okay? So I'm just going to do number 2, and then we'll be done, okay? So it's going to be all the same steps. We see the radical is already isolated, so all we have to do is raise to the power of 2, raise to the power of 2, both sides. So we're left with, I'm going to write it up here, 6x minus 38 equals x minus 5 squared. Now, before I continue, you got to look over here. This x minus 5 squared, I have to actually work that out. I can't just leave it as x minus 5. So, sorry, but we got to do it. X minus 5. This is where we distribute, multiply everything by everything. X squared minus 5x. This is minus 5x. And then plus 25. So then finally, we have x squared minus 10x, because I'm combining like terms, plus 25. And that's what it should be. So now, 6x minus 38 equals x squared minus 10x plus 25. Okay, life is good here. We know what to do. We're just going to move everything over and then factor it out. So minus 6x minus 6x. All right. Also plus 38 plus 38. Okay. So x squared minus, so negative 10x minus 6x more is minus 16x. Now, just real quick in the calculator, I got to do it. 25 plus 38. 25 plus 38 is 63. All right. So that's plus 63. All right. Then from here, we got to factor it out. This is where hopefully it becomes fast. Boom, boom, boom. What two numbers, we know x is going to be here and x is going to be here. What two numbers multiply to be positive 63, but add up to be negative 16? So again, I'm going to slow it down just for this part of factoring. So two numbers that multiply to be 63, but add up to be 16. 1 and 63, no. 2 doesn't go into it. 3 and 21, no. 4 doesn't go into it. 5, no. 6, no. 7 and 9. Can 7 and 9 get us to 16? Yes. How can it get us to negative 16, but add up to be positive 63? Make them both negative. Again, we should already know stuff like this by now. So those are our two factors, because negative 7 plus negative 9 is negative 16. And negative 7 times negative 9 is positive 63. So x minus 7, x minus 9 are our two factors. Then from here, I know I'm running out of room, but from here, let me erase this because we found our factors. From here, x minus 7 equals 0, and x minus 9 equals 0. From here, it's just move 7 and 9 over. Plus 7, plus 9, plus 7, plus 9. So this x over here equals 7, and this x equals 9. So our two answers for number 2 are 7, 9. And we're done. You don't have to write it as a point. Okay, you can box this. So x equals 7, x equals 9. So again, see, we're hitting the 10-minute mark. Each question takes about 5 minutes. Rewatch it if you need to. Complete the worksheet, turn it in. It's not that bad. Just remember, sometimes you're gonna, or not sometimes, every time you're gonna have to factor it out. Okay.